Hello, this is Gundam UK, and this is the first work in progress video for the Geara Doga build-off I'm currently having with Nigel Tian Hong. Link to his channel below. I've so far assembled the kit, sanded down all the nubs, got it nice and clean. As you can see, it's definitely one of the bigger master grades that I've ever done. It's pretty ginormous. The plan is to modify it slightly. I'm going to add a few panel lines. So I've printed out some of the line artwork from the manual, and I've drawn in some really crude lines as to where I'm going to put some extra panels. I've also got a hold of the LED, of course, essential. And I've got some very teeny tiny metal screws that I'm going to use to replace these screws here in the shield, and there's a couple more elsewhere in the kit that I can't remember, where I'll also put those metal screws. And I've also got this kind of metallic springy belt thing, although I'm not 100% sure I'm going to use this yet. We'll see how it goes. Colours wise, I'm still a bit undecided, possibly grey, I'm not entirely sure. So the next step is to take this thing apart and start scoring some lines. Okay, so this is how I normally go about scribing. On this piece here, I want to do a line across, about halfway down between this line and the bottom. A line that goes across and then diagonally down off the side here. So what I did was, I made a little template, bar plate, just to make sure I get a nice straight line. And I've put some double-sided tape on the back, and I'm going to literally stick it on just here, so I have a nice clean template. And of course, to do the other side, you just flip it the other way, and stick it on, and again, score across and down. So I'm going to do that now. And fingers crossed this turns out okay. Okay, now the lines are scored in exactly where I want them, but I've still got to do the sides so they continue on. And the way I do that is quite simple. I'll stick a piece of Dymo tape, trusty old Dymo tape, going along the continuation of the scored line, as you can see there. And I'll do the same thing here as what I do for this side. Let's do that now. Okay, so I've finished doing the scribing for the front skirts, as you can see, and I've also added an emblem to the shield, a relief emblem, and here's the emblem that will go into that slot. That'll be done in gold. I literally just glued that as well, so I need to clamp it down. Leave it for a little while. For the shield, I've bored out the holes here. Now, well, you can see that where these 6 screws are. And I have these teeny tiny screws here that I'm going to put in place of those. Now, it's not a good idea for me to do this now because I have to paint it first, of course. So I'm kind of just going to test to see how it looks. You have to be very careful here, so bear with me. There's a screw, all out of focus. I have to line it up very carefully to one of the holes, and very carefully screw it into the hole. Like this, until it's nice and flush. And there we go. That's kind of how it's going to look once I've replaced all the screws. And we shall see how that looks once it's painted. And that's the first lot of inner frame. now painted. As you can see, it's quite light grey. Thought I'd try something different, and I'll add some more kind of metallic detail later on. There's a few parts here that are black because they will be metallics, such as pistons and thruster bells. And I think with that I will call it a day. So thank you for watching, and more next time.